General Jerry Boikin is a very good friend of ours. He is a retired 3-star general. He was a founding member of Delta Force. He has counseled, I don't know how many presidents and counseled with how many presidents. He was on the ground in Iran in 1979 when the helicopters were burning, and he had advised Jimmy Carter, don't do this. Don't do this. He has taken a 50 caliber round to the shoulder, and you would never know it. He is truly a remarkable man. Truly a remarkable man. Fort Riley, he was supposed to go to a prayer breakfast, and Fort Riley has rescinded his invitation to the prayer breakfast because General Jerry Boikin is, of course, a hater. Jerry is on with us now. Hi, Jerry. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Glenn. It's good to be with you.
Can you tell us exactly what happened?
Well, I was supposed to do a voluntary prayer breakfast at Fort Riley for the celebration of D-Day. This is a big week for them with their 99th anniversary as the Big Red One, the 1st Infantry Division. And I was doing a prayer breakfast there, and a group called the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, which is run by I believe, probably an atheist, but certainly an anti-Christian guy named Mickey Weinstein or something. And he has been at this for a long time. He's been after me for a long time, and he protested. And actually, he contrived his own data. He said that he actually had people at Fort Riley calling and weeping on the phone because I was going to be there to do a voluntary prayer breakfast for soldiers and families to come to. And so the commander there of the 1st Infantry Division canceled my appearance there to do this prayer breakfast because of the complaints from this anti-American, anti-Christian, and probably atheist group.
Jerry, what do we do as people? What can we do? Here's a military installation the decision made by a military man. We respect the military. This is obscene that this happened. What do we do? How could we let our voices be heard in a way that matters?
Well, what people have been doing, and it has been absolutely overwhelming, people have been posting their objections on the Fort Riley Facebook page, as well as Major General Grigsby's personal Facebook page, which I'm told he is deleting very quickly, or call his office or call the Public Affairs and Public Relations office at Fort Riley and just simply tell them that you don't support this, that this is wrong, this is a voluntary thing. What this is, Glenn, is they're robbing the soldiers at Fort Riley of their First Amendment rights in the interest of this very small group that, again, is certainly anti-Christian, I believe anti-American, and probably atheist. They're robbing these soldiers of their First Amendment rights, and this is the condition of Obama's military. This is what you should expect. This is what your sons and daughters are living with every day in a military that is now suppressing their First Amendment rights.
Jerry, I had Penn Jillette on yesterday, and he's an atheist, and he said atheists are about to gain control, and this is not going to be a Christian-led nation for very long. And he was at the Reason rally this weekend, and he said, my point to the atheists was, we cannot be people who are jamming things down people's throats. We can't demand that we have our way over Christians like we have felt many Christians have demanded over us. He said, we can't be those people. And I wonder if they're going to hear that, because really in today's world, it seems like only the extremes are the ones that are listened to.
Well, that's right, and it's part of the environment that Obama has created here in America. And look, I'm a soldier. I support the right of every American. I fought for the right of every American. I even bled for the right of every American to believe nothing, to be an atheist. I support that. That is their right. But in doing that and in believing in nothing, you can't suppress the First Amendment rights of others who are either Christians or Jews. You have to be broader than that. And I believe that what is happening in our military today is that the First Amendment rights, the right of the freedom of religion, and remember, it's not just the freedom of worship, it's the freedom of religion. So when you have a group protest, and my talk gets canceled there, what you've done is you've robbed all of those people who wanted to come to that prayer breakfast and hear what I had to say. You robbed them of their First Amendment rights, and this is what we're seeing all over our military today. And it's a result of the environment that Obama has created, but it also is a result of the type of leadership that he's moved into these key positions. These are people that will run from a fight at the drop of a hat. These are people that will not stand up to these groups like this Military Religious Freedom Foundation. And that is a much bigger problem, because that then has to be considered in the context of war fighting. How do you destroy ISIS when you can't stand up to something like this?
What do you know about Major General Wayne Grigsby? He's the guy who made the decision there in Kansas.
I don't know much about him. He and I don't know the guy personally, and I was shocked at this, to be honest with you, particularly since the first thing I knew about it came from an inquiry by the Army Times. So I think that he's a product of the Obama administration. He is a guy that obviously is trying to stand on political correctness. He's trying to go where the Obama administration wants all of his military leaders to go. And that is to, I believe, to help suppress the whole idea of religious freedom in our military. Look at all the chaplains that are getting in trouble now for taking biblical stands, for standing on what they believe, and they're getting in trouble for it. And they're being, in some cases, they're being punished for it. So I think this is the military that we've seen created by the Obama administration.
Most people, I don't think, understand the damage that is being done to people's careers. By you being disinvited, that's not just, oh, I can't go and speak there. It goes around in the news, and you are painted as an extremist just because this one general has made this call. And so it leads others to not invite you or to follow suit or to paint you as an extremist. We've seen it done to us over and over again as well on a myriad of topics. Can you talk just a bit about, you've been a man who has lived your life with honor. You were escorted out by Bush because you said, I can't remain silent about the deadliness of Islam as it is being practiced by some of those in the Middle East. You've tried to live your life with integrity. How does it feel now to be treated the way you're being treated?
Well, Glenn, I have been very outspoken about the Muslim Brotherhood in America, and it has cost me. But I'm also the grandfather of 6 beautiful grandchildren. It's interesting. You know my wife. You've met my wife numerous times, and she's tough. And she is a fighter, and we just had this discussion last night, and we said, look, we owe it to our grandchildren to try and make a difference. We owe it to them to stand up against the evil that has been perpetrated. We don't stand against every Muslim in America. If anybody ever listened to what I said, I've actually said the majority don't want Sharia or jihad, and we need to be reaching out to them. But at the end of the day, Glenn, I'm, as a grandfather and at 68 years old, I know that my task is really to try and provide my grandchildren with a future in this nation, the nation that I grew up in, that I served for 36 years in uniform. I'm going to continue standing for what I believe in, just as you are, because it's important to the future of my grandchildren.
Lieutenant General Jerry Boikin, founding member of Delta Force and senior fellow at the Family Research Council. Thank you so much, Jerry. Appreciate it. Let us know how we can help.
All right, Glenn. Thank you, and God bless you, my friend.
God bless you.